Well, we got good news and we got bad news, you know. It is what it is. I love Tommy's sound. Listen to him. I'm just gonna put the mic over there by him. Oh, of course, the mouth of the South's gonna ruin it all for us. Goodness gracious. Went from calm, soothing to, you know, being at a heavy metal concert. Goodness gracious. I'm sorry, Tommy. I'm sorry, buddy. Here you go, brother. There you go. He throws the pigeons some. And you see the pigeons over here, they're about like Tater and Loretta. I don't think they ever get full. I really don't. They got their own feed over there in their loft that's specific for pigeons. But every time I feed the chickens or this group over here, Not Scott too, and the Muscovies and the Mouth of the South and her husband, bless his heart, and Tommy, Loki, Sylvie 1, Sylvie 2. The pigeons always come over here, so I throw them a handful of that feed out there and they go to town. Then they're gonna fly back over to their place and have it over there. Big day today because of, we're gonna get back started on termite over there. And I hear Tater all the way over here this morning. And it's pretty early this morning. Yeah, it's just now 6 o'clock. Come on, Hollywood. All right, let's go. Let's go. What you scoping out? What you scoping out? Yeah. Good morning, Big Willie. Hey, buddy. Peaches is jamming in there tonight this morning. Y'all listen. Goodness. Pocket, I don't blame you for being outside, girl. I mean, Peaches is just, I'm gonna go get it cut down. I'm gonna go turn the volume down. Goodness, Peach. Oh my gracious. Should listen to some swing music this morning. I hear you, girl. Yeah, I hear you. Well, at least I heard your radio. I do hear Tater this morning, though. Good morning, girl. Good morning. How you doing? Good morning. Hey, there might be a chance that this bus right behind me might be gone today. Might, okay? Might. For those that don't know, or to get some people caught up, may have some new viewers here on the channel. Thought my mic was missing. I lose these mics all the time. I'm the world's worst. But Termite is our 1977 Volkswagen bus, which was kind of a surprise gift, pretty much, I mean, they knew about it, but it still was a surprise gift. Wasn't like a, blind surprise where I drove up and said, surprise, but it was kind of a surprise gift for Brooke and Mary Carl. They both absolutely love Volkswagen buses or vans, whatever you want to call them. We call them buses. Found this particular bus. A lady had it for sale. Seemed very nice. Seemed very, I don't know, trustworthy. You find something on Facebook, you always kind of scope it out. And it seemed like the perfect situation. She had told us all this stuff that had been done to the bus. Ran perfect, nothing was wrong with it. We went over there to go look at it. It looks great, as you guys know. Y'all have seen termite bunches of times. Y'all probably don't even see it, pay attention to it anymore because it's been sitting in the barn for 2 years or better. Test drove it around the neighborhood. I drove it, Brooke drove it. Everything seemed perfectly fine. Good morning, Biscuit. Good morning, baby. How you doing this morning? How you doing this morning? Uh-oh, I didn't mean, let's get you down. I don't want you to fall. Now, Hang on, get your food, kitties. There you go. Oh, goodness. Put too much water in there. I was worried about the cats. So we ended up, buying the van from her. And we did something that day. Is what it was is me and Mary Carl planned to go see a movie. And so me and Mary Carl went to the movies and saw the movie. And Brooke had something that she had to do. And she may have had a doctor's appointment. And then we were going to drive the bus on the way back home. And Brooke was going to follow me. Got in the bus. Got about, y'all, like 1.5 miles, something like that. It was not far. Not far. Less than 2 miles down the road. Or was it 0.8 miles? Less than a mile. Regardless, it was either less than 2 miles or less than 1 mile, and the bus broke down. So we thought, oh goodness, well, man, we ain't even gone a minute. Not even gone a minute. We drove less than, I think it was 2 miles. Less than a mile. Either way. Barely got out the driveway with it. And, we thought, well, we'll get it back over there some kind of way. But we did ask, could we get our money back? Because we didn't even go hardly a mile down the road. And she refused. Then we said, well, can we get something back? Because you said it ran. She refused. Then they said, hey, can you help us get a wrecker and get it towed? Because we were in Birmingham, Alabama. We weren't even in, we didn't know anything. We didn't know. And she refused. And was like, you're on your own. Long story short, we ended up having to get a wrecker to tow it from Birmingham, Alabama to here. I got it home and started looking at it and realized that the fuel tank was completely rusted, even though we were told it had been sealed. It hadn't been sealed. So the rust had clogged up the fuel system completely. Now I said, well, I'll just take the fuel tank out, clean it out, or replace it and put another one back in there. Good morning, ladies. How y'all doing this morning? Goodness. Was that you, honey? Oh, was that top? I can't open the door yet. Oh, me. Your back end had it blocked, buddy. Yeah. Had it blocked. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. What's going on, Shake and Bake? Y'all come on out this morning. Come on. Come on, Shake and Bake. Come on. Well, what I quickly found out was you got to pull the engine out to get the gas tank out. And none of these guys had ever pulled the engine out of a Volkswagen bus, so I couldn't depend on them. So I started looking for Volkswagen mechanics or Volkswagen technicians. Guess what? There aren't any. Really, seriously, there's nobody around here that I could find that works on Volkswagens because they're a totally different animal because that engine is air cooled. It's not water cooled like every engine out there. All right, Pocket and Peaches. Yeah. There you go, girl. All right, boss lady. Back it up. Here you go, babe. There you go. But I did remember a gentleman in my old hometown that did piddle around with Volkswagen. So I reached out to him and he said, yeah, I can help you with it. And there's a younger fella, and y'all know him as Donnie Volkswagen. He did help me get the gas tank in there. But then when we had the engine out, he said, well, let's see what's going on here while we got the engine out. Found the rear main seal was leaking on it. And that's when, the dominoes had started falling, but the dominoes really started falling after that point. Come on, buddy. Come on. Yeah. Come on. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing? There you go. So we ended up trying to rebuild the motor on Termite, and things just didn't go as planned at all. Good morning, Tater Bug. Good morning, Big Daddy. I see you, Matilda. Mildred, little man. Fence is off, highway to heaven. Let's get you guys fed. And to be honest, I had no idea what we were gonna do. Come on, girl. And so I just kind of started trying to do it myself. And I really didn't know what I was doing. I did get the motor put back in there. And I was just having trouble. I had carburetor trouble. It was just all kind of trouble, one right after another. And lo and behold, out of the blue, I get an email and a message from a gentleman named George, which y'all all know now. George has been huge fan of the channel for many years and had recently moved into the area from Oregon. George's profession, I'll call him a professional restorer, automotive restorer, and his specialty, you guessed it, Volkswagens. And he reached out to me and said, "You've helped me so much, me and my wife so much over the years. I want to help you own this Volkswagen." And that's where we are today. So lo and behold, Termite, without a shadow of a doubt, is going to be running. Now, is it going to be today? Is it going to be next week? I don't know yet. But for sure, because George is a shown off legit professional, I can tell y'all. I mean, never seen anything like it. He's gonna get Termite going sooner than later, I believe. Sooner than later. Hey, Top. Who's gonna be the first one to ride in the bus? You'd be a good candidate, you know it, you sweet thing. You might be the sweetest goat in Alabama. You pretty sweet fella. Yes, you are. So sweet. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I bet you'd hop right on up in there. I had to get you a diaper, but I bet you'd hop right on in there. Did they make goat diapers? Did they make goat diapers? I do think old Topper would ride in it. Wouldn't bat an eye. He'd hop right up in that bus. We'd go to the feed store with Topper. we can, oh goodness. We could take Topper everywhere. Yeah. I don't think Honey would get in there though. No, she's sweet, but she's really cautious too at the same time. Would you get in there? Would you go riding? Would you go riding? Would you go riding in that bus? I bet I know who would though. Your counterpart walking this way. Ain't no doubt in my mind she'd probably get in there. Oh goodness, we could ride Jesse and Topper around. We gotta get some big diapers though. Yeah, we gotta get some big diapers. Oh goodness gracious. Oh goodness, you sweet thing. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm thinking? I'm thinking that we could put some sheriff lights on top of Termite. You know what I mean? And it could be a patrol car. Now listen, you couldn't pull nobody over because the thing's only got like 40 horsepower. I mean, you'd go lucky to get to 50 miles an hour is what I'm guessing, but you know, could be your patrol car, you know? Maybe, just maybe, one day we can get that for real screaming chicken. What you think? Yeah, now that could be your patrol car. Yeah, Smokey and Bandit car for those that don't know. That is my dream car. Oh, I'm gonna drive though, Nuggets. You don't need to drive. No, you don't need to drive. Love you, buddy. All right, y'all. George is on his way. He'll be here in a few minutes. And we're going to get this party started. Oh, look pretty.
Isn't that pretty?
Yeah, it's pretty.
You can grab it by the valve cover. You can grab it by this right here and the valve cover. And that'll keep easy on your hands. Just take it straight down. Ain't that pretty?
That's beautiful. Wow. All right, y'all. Got the engine in. We're at a stopping point for the day, and we're going to move it's been a long day. We're gonna move Termite over to the barn. It's not ready to crank yet, but I'm gonna get the tractor here, hook Termite up to the tractor, and we're gonna pull Termite over here to the barn. And I know some of y'all gonna be wondering about, what about power? Well, we got a solution for that. We're done with all the power tools. No more power tools, we're done. Only thing we're gonna need is light. And I got the generator we can use to cut the lights on, or I got a plug in this coop right here that we can put 2 extension cords together, since we're not using any power just other than a light, and get a light on over here. And we will officially finish Termite over in the barn, the shop. What we had the shop built for. I mean, that's exciting right there. Come on. Come on. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Who would have thought? Getting close, getting close. Even though Termite's a pretty light vehicle, I don't think Mr. George and myself can push Termite up the hill in front of the barn and get it in there. I think we're going to be struggling. If we had another man, we probably could do it, but it's just me and him. So I'm going to take Brooks' Bighorn, because it's got this winch on it right there. I'm going to back the Bighorn. Well, I'm going to kind of tow it in there with the Bighorn, and then once we get inside, I'm going to try to winch it up in there, I think. We're fixing to find out if my idea works. What you think, girl? Yeah, she never doubts me. All right. Now let's roll. Let's see what happens. They're good.
Nice. It's in the barn.
In the barn. All right.
Progress.
What do you think, Holly?
She says, where we going? She's ready to ride.
All right, y'all. We did it. We did it. We got Termite over here in the barn, and Mr. George is gone home for the day. So in the morning, he's coming back, and if everything goes and nothing crazy out of the blue happens, Termite should be running like a top tomorrow. Wish us luck. See y'all in the morning. Well, good morning, y'all. Of course, it is the next day. Got Termite right here. George will be here in a little over an hour. We're gonna get started back on Termite here. Fingers crossed. I like to say we'll see some smoke, which means Termite will be running. And I don't know where we're gonna go first. We definitely gotta wash it, I know that. Okay, well, we'll get it driving around the farm here and then we'll probably wash it up. If all that happens, I don't want to get the cart before the horse, as they like to say. Oh, Esso got some company now. Yeah. Got your roommate. Do need to. I'm gonna go get some extension cords and get those ready just in case we do need some lights. I don't, where the sun's coming in here, we may not need any light, but I'd rather be safe than sorry, and I kind of want to be ready when George gets here. Come on, Holly, load up. Let's take this, go get some extension cords and our light. Atta girl. Yeah, we gonna get some extension cords and a light just in case we need it. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. I haven't shown y'all what the barn looks like since the Esso's not in here. I mean, a Termite. Look at this. Look at this. I still got a lot of cleaning up to do. I got to get this stuff. This is all my tools and stuff. I got to get that over to the barn. I got this stuff right here. All this is going to the shop. My toolbox, my bench, all this will be going to the shop. All this will be open space. I mean, most of this, all this is gonna go to the shop right here. I mean, this will be open space for the barn itself. We can probably put feed barrels over here, or feed over here, have, you know, hay. I mean, it's gonna be awesome. Exactly what this barn was built for. All right, let's grab some extension cords. All right, got that so loaded down. You ready, Holly? You ready? You look ready. Oh, goodness. She can't get any closer, I don't think. Oh, Termite look pretty over here. Look at there. Oh, my gracious. One upgrade we did, and I have no idea why Volkswagen did not do this. So here's the engine bay. You can access the engine here, but you also can get to it from up here, which means you can get behind the motor. Well, this right here, George cut this out. This right here gives us access to the fuel tank. So if you have any issues with your fuel sending unit, a wiring issue, or anything like that, you have to take the motor out to get to this. So we made an access door here, and this has got a cover that goes on it, a foam cover that goes and covers all this up. But that's just crazy that Volkswagen didn't do this. They eventually did this, because most models, according to George, earlier than this does not have this. But goodness gracious, how much easier would it have been if they'd have put a little door right here as well? I don't know. Sometimes these engineers just don't think about folks working on these vehicles. I can tell you that from experience. And here is George now, pulling up. Good deal. We're about to get this party started once again. How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. How about yourself?
Doing great. Getting down to the nitty gritty.
I know Brooke's feeling better today.
She's doing a little better.
Good. You're going to have so much fun arranging and setting everything up.
I know. It's going to be great.
I'm going to have a blast. When I got that new toolbox, I had so much fun going through all my little toolboxes and putting them all into a rollaway.
Yeah, I can't wait to, start rearranging and getting the benches over here and the toolboxes and all that. And I put the switch on and it's got power. Every time I come in here, it's just your instinct to flip the switch to cut the power on the lights. And,
Right.
and just for a split second, I do that. And I'm like, hey, they took that power over here yet. Well, y'all, the bad luck dragon has struck again. Termite's not gonna run today. No, just not gonna run. The muffler, Mr. George, had food with, made the holes a little bit larger on the muffler, had everything ready to go, but the muffler will not bolt on properly, and it's about 1/8 of an inch off, to be honest. It's not much. And that muffler's got 6 spots that it's got to connect to. 3 on this side, 3 on this side. So it's 3 spots here, 3 spots here. All 3 spots have gaskets on it, and they all got to fit just right. If not, you're gonna have an exhaust leak. No doubt, 100% you're gonna have an exhaust leak. And to correct this, Mr. George is gonna have to cut the muffler in a spot, bend it ever so slightly, and weld it back. And he can't do that here. He said my welder is not the type of welder that he needs. He needs to use his MIG welder. And so that's what he's doing. He took all his measurements, made all his marks, got everything recorded that he needs, and he is going back home. And like I said, he lives about 45 minutes away from here. So to be continued on Termite. Oh me, you know what? You just gotta smile, because you know we have been thrown every obstacle in the way on this little bus, and you know what's one more day or another day? You know what I mean? It really is. I mean, this thing has been, oh gosh. I just think about it, if just anything that could happen has just about happened. You know what I mean? So I mean, there's really nothing, it's nothing but for me to just sit back and laugh on old Termite right here. I'm thinking that we ought to push Termite out right here. I got a water faucet right there. Go get some water hoses, squirt Termite off, get all this dust off, and bathe Termite, and get Termite ready for her big day. Because if not, we're going to put this thing together and get it running, and then we're going to have to wash Termite. But if I get that done, that's one step ahead. We have to do that. And gosh, I kind of forgot what Termite looks like clean. I kind of want to be in it when it starts going down that hill. Almost there. Oh yeah, we're gonna get you a bath, Termite. You need it. You definitely need it. Look how beautiful Termite looks now. Oh my gracious. She cleaned up nice, didn't she? She did. Almost forgot how beautiful and bright and just gorgeous Termite was, because it's been sitting in the barn and just gotten so dusty. The chrome pieces, the color, just love it, love it, love it. Oh my gracious. Now Termite does, I mean, it needs to be repainted. The paint job's not the greatest thing in the world, but we're not worried about that right now. That'll be much later down the road for sure. She's got some surface rust, she got some Bondo issues, some paint's coming off in some spots, but oh my, look how beautiful she looks though. I mean, come on. Goodness gracious, just love these buses. I really do. Love them, love them. But y'all, you know, unfortunately, the weekend didn't go as we thought. But Termite looks better than ever. We're about to get this thing running. I'm telling you, fingers crossed, we're gonna get Termite running. Hope you have the best day ever. Hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Are we gonna see white smoke? I don't know. I don't know. Y'all be good.